What's up, people? Good morning. So, sometimes I don't do the video till I get a few trades in, but it's 11 o'clock and there's still nothing going on. This is what we're going to get here. If the market, this is a down day. So, what do we got? We got the NASDAQ down a whopping 12. Now, I told you guys, we had 20, we had 11 days down, double the amount on the way up. So, it was time to take a break. Now, again, we're not going to call for any sort of significant sell-off now, okay? You know that's not going to happen. Unless suddenly they raise interest rates to like 5% overnight, which is not going to happen. Dry ships, I always count on that stock for fucking everybody. That stock looked like it was about to break out, of course, reverses and goes down 20%. We got Digital Globe hanging out at 25. I like to see this thing consolidate a little bit because it did have a significant move off that low. This thing was trading below 20 after the earnings report came out. Now it's up at 25. So, if the stock's not going to go down on a report. Now, if you didn't know about the Digital Globe, this is a company I think long-term is a great idea. Satellite imagery, using by the government, Google Maps, Microsoft, all that stuff. If they're not going to go down, okay, they were expecting the guidance was supposed to be about 85 cents for the year of 2010. And they came in between 24 and 50 was their range. And if the stock's not going to get pummeled on that kind of report, then you had to be buying some, and that's what happened. So the thing is, everyone's looking forward already to the next quarter. And everyone's thinking, oh, they probably just brought down the estimates to beat them on the next quarter or the quarter after that. They're going to have to put up or shut up sooner or later. So it's going to be kind of scary going into that next quarter. Now, hell must be freezing over because here's a company that I think we talked about for the last couple of years, Zolt. The funny thing is about the company, another one, they came out earnings, the stock didn't get destroyed. I always like buying companies that when the news seems bad and the stock goes up, you want to get involved. I sold some puts on the stock, so officially I kind of own the stock, but the move that it's made now is more significant than I ever thought it would have. Getting past 10 was a pretty big spot. Now everyone's going to start coming into the stock, okay? So buying it at 10 is probably not a bad idea. The funny thing is that I just read an article about how wind energy is not going to be catching on. There's too many obstacles. Nobody wants those things in their backyard. Nobody wants them ruining their scenic views in their yard, on their landscapes. But you also got to understand that we're talking about windmills that are out in the ocean. No one's going to be, not going to be interfering with anybody else. But same thing with solar. I went to Epcot Center when I was 10 years old, and they were talking about solar energy. It was going to revolutionize the world. That was 30 years ago. 30 years ago, they were talking about solar and how this is going to just change the world. Yeah, and the solar stocks, they got their bump up when oil was going up every single day. But funny how when oil's not going crazy, nobody cares about alternative energy anymore. Solar's dead, wind is dead, everything's dead. So we have to wait for oil to go back to 200 for these solar stocks to get back into play. Now, of course, you could play some of these ranges because I gave up on FSLR. When that thing broke 100, I was like, enough. So where's that stock now? FSLR. So basically, it's a 17-point move off that $100 spot. That's the only way you could do it. Try to pick some spots and trade them. Because I don't know, the long-term aspects for these solar companies, it's going on 30 years. Is it really going to all pan out? I don't know. I'm tired of trying to guess what's going to happen. But we still do like this HEAT, H-E-A-T. Now, HEAT, like the Zolt, and the reason I stopped trading the Zolt is because the company is inept. Okay, Zolt, they would never give you an earnings release date. And as an options trader, I like to trade around those earnings release dates to try to play some straddles or some, depending on what I want to do. Now, HEAT, they can report anywhere from tonight over the next 2 weeks. That's the thing that I'm getting from them. Now, to ensure I'm involved, I'm going with the April stuff. Okay, now here's a company also that it's a China company, so we don't know if it's legitimate. It's a China company, so we don't even know if it's real. It's a China company. They could exaggerate what they're doing. They could tell us some super duper news. We don't know. So what I'm looking at the stock right now. It's $12.82. We've had a low of 4, high of around 18. I think the stock is either going to roll over. Now, this is something where I'm telling you, I don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows. What I do know is that I think the stock, whatever this news comes out, either it's going to blow up, and I mean, go back to like $8, or they'll have some incredible news that no matter how you interpret it, it's good, and the stock will rally. It's a really, really heavily shorted stock, just like Zolt. That's why when Zolt starts to get some momentum, that's when it starts picking up. The short covers have to start covering. That's why I wouldn't not, double negatives. I'm confusing you now, but with the Zolt, again, they make more than just windmill blades. They make this carbon fiber. I've been talking about it for just as long as I've been in this industry. It was one of the first stocks I was pitching to my clients when they came up with the carbon fiber process. Zolt, Rummy, whatever the hell his name is, Rummy Zolt. He came up with the process to reduce the cost of the production. But apparently, they still don't know how to run a company. But momentum is your best friend, and over 10 wasn't a bad buy. So what we're looking at now, we're looking at a flat market. We're looking at heat to either go to $8 or 18. We like Zolt as long as it stays above 10, and we'll take it from there. So come to the chat room. The chat room's been booming. We got another. Oh wait, we have a pick from the chat room. Let me just throw this out there because normally I don't like talking about penny stocks, but our new penny stock guy, he's been all right. It's TDGI. This is his new one. Been doing all right. Oh, let me tell you one more thing before we start talking about penny stocks. Now everybody's dream is to have a penny stock that you own at 4 cents and it goes to $2. Let's talk about Joe's. Hey, Joe's. Joez. I bought it because I like the symbol. Joey's. Joey's. They make jeans. As soon as I heard they make jeans, I could give a shit. I hate anything in the fashion industry. I hate clothes. I wear clothes till I can see through them. I've had this sweater for going on, 7, 8 years. I wear clothes that, if my wife didn't go through my drawers every once in a while and throw stuff out, I would never, ever buy anything new. I wear clothes till I could see through them. I could use them as cheesecloth after a while. They're so thin, some of my shirts. But but the Joe's, this is a stock that's got some momentum. It's got some hype, and it goes up every goddamn day. Joe, Joez. Now, I sold mine at $250 because it was just a psychological thing. I bought it at $220 thinking it was going to go to $250. I sold it at $250. Not a lot of shares, but I made some money on it. Joez. I don't know what to tell you with this one, but I'm waiting for it to go negative today, actually. Also, we're looking at Hartford Financial, HIG, and the NYX. Also, congratulations to everybody who dumped their Akamai last week. It's down a point today. And as much as I think the stock could go to 50, because if you know anything about Akamai, the stock's been $360. It's been 80 cents. So who the hell knows what the thing is worth, right? As much as I love the company, it was definitely a time to buy. If you look at the chart, it went parabolic from 27 to 32. So giving back a point is basically what I was factoring in. So at this point, I'll be looking for an entry, maybe again, if it holds 30 on the way down here. So right now we're at 31 on the Akamai, down about 95 cents. All right, come to the chat room. It's hitthebid.com. I'm going to show you a new girl that we have. We'll do a little video with her later on. I'll put that up in a little while. All right, be good and get to the chat room, my friends.
Your mother likes it.